This was my paper route back here when I was like 11, 12, 13 years old. I was looked up on the hillside here and went, when I grow up, I want to be able to live, on that hill up there. And a little did I know that a decade later, I would be able to use the little double cement garage as a start of my business that has been 41 years. And this was the place where Kurt Cobain and Nirvana did their last recording. And then, of course, the Foo Fighters and Peter Frampton. Heart, I'm in Soundgarden. I recorded some great stuff in here. We're built on about 8,500 square feet here. Just like how this room here, it's like, basically it's 10 feet below the backyard grounds. Like I always knew like a recording studio, if I could have this perfect formula, would be going down under the earth and pouring in concrete walls. So we're enclosed in this shell of concrete, and so that's just, it makes everything solid. It's just something here that makes the chemistry right, and this room sounds amazing for what it does. Never had plans for anything. I just started like digging, going to the property lines as much as I could get with my great friends that believed in my vision here. Do a lot of like trading their labor time for studio time. So it was like musicians that were helping me excavate with a shovel. I do all my maintenance here, taking care of the consoles. If I had known like electrical, audio circuits and stuff like that, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. I would have been out of business like 20, 30 years ago.
So you bought this place with the purpose of turning it into a studio, correct?
Yeah, that is correct, yeah. Been in business since 1974, recording Franklin High School Jazz Lab, which was very well known for a fellow by the name of Kenny Gorlick, who is Kenny G, where we were recording him when he was 15 years old here. It was just word of mouth, and it all started, with the Kenny G thing. I get a call from Soundgarden. They came in and looked at the room and were just basically, God, we'd love to record Super Unknown here doing our drum tracks. Quickly after that, Dave Grohl and Chris Novoselic come in here, wanted to use my room for doing the last Nirvana song. And then from there, it started snowballing. The studio business is not a real healthy one. Everybody now can make records in their homes and basements and closets. So a studio like this suffers a little bit.
Where's Robert Lake Studios in 10, 20 years?
I see this being more of an academy, an education academy. It's the history of the studio that is really enlightens the young adults to come here and want to take my education program. I see myself mainly in Mexico. I have an incredible building that's a future studio down there. I excavated it out and carved into the jungle. I'm going on 64 years old here. And after I go, my spirit will be here and it'll be in Mexico. And both of these places are going to be standing for millions of years.